Bone-in chicken thighs have a lot going for them. They're more flavorful than a chicken breast. They're less prone to overcooking. And also they have that wonderful piece of skin that is delicious when it's brown and crisp. But they also have just a little more fat right under the skin that makes them hard to grill. It causes massive flare-ups and it prevents that skin from getting crisp. So today, Dan is gonna show us how to grill bone-in chicken thighs once and for all.
So the name of the game with chicken thighs on the grill is to go low and slow.
Low and slow.
Low and slow, and it's gonna be perfect. But before we get to that, we're gonna talk about how we're gonna season these. So let's pop over here. We're gonna do a spice paste on these. And so we tried all kinds of things, marinating, just dry salting. Found the spice paste was great. We had to apply it properly to the chicken. So we're gonna start with 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. It's a really nice intense base. To that, I'm gonna add 5 minced garlic cloves. I've also got a tablespoon of lemon zest. We're gonna serve these with some lemon wedges at the end, so you kind of get it flavor here and then the acidity at the end, which is nice. I also have 2 teaspoons of minced tarragon. Are you a tarragon fan?
Yeah, I'm a huge tarragon fan.
I also have 1½ teaspoons of kosher salt, ½ a teaspoon of black pepper, and then just a little bit of water. This is just a teaspoon of water. If you add too much water, we get some really big issues where we can't brown the chicken thighs. A little bit of water, though, helps spread the paste nicely. So I'm just gonna stir this together. Okay, let's pop over here. So we've got 8 bone-in chicken thighs here. If there's any excess skin that's really hanging over, you wanna trim that off, but these look really good. So we're gonna season with a ½ teaspoon of salt just over the skin side here. We're gonna use a little less of the paste, so we wanna make sure we have good seasoning.
And that salt will probably help to dry the skin out, hopefully to make it more crisp?
Absolutely. So we tried lots of different ways of putting the paste on the chicken. And we found, if we put it all on the skin never got crispy. If we put it all on the meat side, the skin was great, but it wasn't very well seasoned. So we actually found that using about 1/3 of it on the skin side and then 2/3 on the flesh was perfect. You don't have to be super exact about it, but I just like to
But you are.
It never hurts to be exact. So I'm just gonna dollop right on top. And then I just use the back of my spoon to spread it over. Just enough to add some flavor, but not enough to get in the way of fat rendering and that skin getting crispy and brown. Okay, that looks great. Just gonna flip these over.
And when you're shopping for these, it pays to go to the butcher counter and pick them out yourself. Be that person, it's okay. Because if you buy them in the package, you're gonna get a whole bunch of different sizes and they're not gonna cook at the same rate.
Okay, and again, just spread a nice even layer on the flesh side. The grill's gonna do all the work for us on this. We're gonna go nice and low and slow, get some beautiful results. Let's head out.
Okie doke.
Okay, so we've got our beautiful chicken thighs out here, and I've been preheating the grill for about 15 minutes, all on high. We have a little bit of grill prep to do, and then we'll get that chicken on.
Ooh, that's a hot grill.
Nice hot grill. So what we're gonna do first is cut out these 2 burners. We're gonna leave this one on high. So we're creating basically a hot zone here and a cool zone over here.
Known as indirect cooking.
Exactly. So we're gonna actually cook these chicken thighs over indirect heat for most of the cook time. That indirect cooking is gonna be really great for the meat and the skin, actually. So both of them contain a lot of collagen. As we cook them low and slow, that collagen dissolves into gelatin. It's gonna help make the meat really tender. It's also gonna allow us to get that skin really crispy.
So this is good for dark meat, but not for white meat.
That's right. So what we're gonna do now is just scrape this off.
We always prefer to clean the grill right before we're gonna use it because the heat helps loosen up some of that gunk and you get it good and clean right before you need it.
So I'm gonna use a little paper towel and oil and we'll just get a nice coating of grease on here.
The oil does a few things. First, it helps clean the grill. It helps get any of those last bits off the grill grates. It also polymerizes onto the grill grates. That helps make them a little non-stick.
Okay, so now we're gonna put our chicken on. And we're gonna do something a little bit different here. I'm actually gonna go skin side down. When we tested this, we went, skin side up most of the time, and then when we flipped it onto the hot side to get it crispy, all of the fat that had rendered under the skin came out, dripped down onto the coils, and a huge flare up.
So skin side down almost the whole time. Oh, I can smell the little bit of mustard as soon as those hit the grill.
It smells good, doesn't it?
It does smell good.
So this is gonna maintain at about 350 degrees, which is perfect, and we'll cook for 20 minutes.
All right.
Okay, so it's been 20 minutes. Let's take a look at these awesome thighs. They're looking good. Now we're gonna do a little shuffle around. We want them to cook really evenly.
Little do-si-do.
Little do-si-do. So we're just gonna slide these over here, make room for these to move over. And then these go right in their place.
Yeah, so it's starting to render, but it's not brown at all.
Not brown at all, absolutely. It's very, very gentle heat over here, rendering lots of fat so it doesn't end up flaring up on the other side. So we're gonna cook this with the lid down for another 15 to 20 minutes. This would be relatively tender, around 175, but we find that if we go even higher, about 185 to 190, we get more collagen breakdown, we get really, really tender, juicy result. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. See how we are on the temp here. So we're looking for about 185 to 190. All right there. So that is 187, 188. Fantastic. Okay, so all of this nice indirect cooking was fantastic for the meat and the skin, right? We made everything nice and tender, but the skin needs to crisp up at this point. So we're gonna go over to the hot side here.
Finally, some direct heat.
Finally. So this is gonna happen really fast because we've rendered everything. We've got it really nice and soft. It's just gonna take a second to crisp it up.
Okay.
Okay, so that's been about 5 minutes. Oh man, look at that.
Oh, that is a very beautiful looking chicken thigh.
Gorgeous. So we're just gonna flip these over and cook the paste that's on the other side just for another minute or so.
Right, because they're cooked through at this point. We're just getting a little bit of that gorgeous char all the way around.
Exactly. Okay, these smell and look fantastic. Time to get them off. Okay, so these need to rest for about 10 minutes. We're gonna cover them with foil and we'll bring them inside.
All right.
Okay, these look and smell fantastic. Oh,
Look at that.
The crispy test.
That is some crisp skin right there.
Going low and slow like that and just finishing at the very end is the key, you know? It tenderizes the skin and then it puffs and really, really beautiful. And before you dig in, let me give you a little lemon wedge.
You definitely had to stop me there.
All right, let's dig in.
Well, the chicken is moist and juicy. No wonder, because it's thighs, and they're always pretty juicy. But it's the flavor.
I know.
It's not overpowering. You know, you think about those strong flavors, all that lemon zest and the mustard. I was a little worried that it would be too strong, but it's just a subtle background to the chicken. It's lovely.
It's really good. Just good grilled flavor. And yeah, and going low and slow and cooking it to a higher temperature really melts all that collagen. It ends up being really, really juicy.
And then that skin, kind of call it chicken bacon. So for the ultimate grilled chicken, start by making a flavorful spice paste with mustard, garlic, lemon, and tarragon, and rub it over both sides of the chicken. After heating the grill, turn all of the burners off except for one, so that the grill has a hot side and a cool side. Lay the chicken skin side down on the cool side and cook until the meat registers 185 degrees. Finish on the hot side of the grill until the chicken is well browned on both sides, and let it rest for 10 minutes before serving. From America's Test Kitchen to your kitchen, the best grilled chicken thighs. Awesome.
Awesome.
Just awesome. Thanks for watching America's Test Kitchen. What'd you think?
Well, leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or you can just say hello.
You can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
I'll see you later.